We're going to start with arm swings, 10 times in each direction. You can sit on your heels, you can do this standing, or you can cross your ankles. The first one with your palms facing each other, swing your arms back. Second one with your palms facing forward, opening the chest 10 times. And the third one with one arm up, one arm down. Try to have your top palm facing forward and the bottom hand facing back. Next, it's the first shoulder stretch. I recommend you start without the blocks, just keeping your hips over your knees, move your arms in front of you, and then try to put your chest down on the floor. If you're comfortable with your arms straight, your chest down, encouraging your head up, then feel free to elevate your hands by placing them on 2 yoga blocks in front of you. The blocks should not be wider than your shoulder width apart. And make sure you can comfortably rest your chest down without bending elbows before you start flipping the blocks higher. If you feel like there's too much pressure on your spine, please take a step back, lower down the blocks, and encourage your ribs up to the spine so that you can isolate your shoulders in this stretch. Next is the second shoulder stretch. It's the one where you have your elbows on the edges of the blocks and the fingers to the back of the neck. Please make sure to keep your hips on top of your knees and your elbows not wider than your shoulder width apart. I recommend you have your blocks on the second height or the third height, because if they are super low, then there won't be any space for your head to rest down on the mat. So feel free to adjust that. Stay and breathe for a little bit longer. Try to relax the shoulder. After that, there's a neck stretch. So use the block under your chin, arms in front of you and straight, and hips over the knees. You should be able to breathe comfortably in that stretch without having too much pressure on the back of your neck. If the stretch is comfortable, feel free to flip your block higher. Keep encouraging your elbows straight and breathe. Feel the stretch at the front of your neck. If the stretch is too intense, please take a step back and dedicate more time stretching your shoulders. Or keep flipping the block higher, elevating the surface under your chin and dropping the chest down. Next step, use the wall to deepen the shoulder stretches. Once again, I suggest you start without the blocks, just to feel it. Make sure your arms are straight, your chest is on the wall. Encourage your head and neck back. If you are able to breathe and feel comfortable, put your hands on 2 yoga blocks and once again slide your chest down. Just make sure you're keeping your elbows engaged and straight. We're trying to emphasize the shoulders in these stretches. So think about having your ribs up to the spine and shoulders, chest to the wall. I don't recommend you move to the next step until you feel comfortable in the previous one. But if you are and able to breathe, rotate the blocks higher and then think about sliding the chest down. You can see a few errors on the video. Try to bring your awareness there to make the stretch more efficient. Make sure you're able to breathe and are comfortable in these stretches before turning your blocks higher. Keep the head back to open the front of the neck. Your arms should be as straight as possible. Stay and breathe just a little bit longer. Moving on to the second shoulder stretch on the wall. You can do this with or without the blocks. Place your elbows on the edges of the blocks. Move your head back and try to have your thumbs resting comfortably on top of your forehead. If you're comfortable, slide your blocks lower. Encourage your shoulders and your chest to the wall and ribs up to the spine. You can see the two arrows on the video for better clarity. If it's too intense, always feel free to go back to the previous step and spend more time there. Otherwise, breathe and enjoy. In general, the lower you bring the blocks, the more challenging it will be. So feel free to position them where you are comfortable today. In general, these stretches are helpful for overhead mobility, prevention of the head forward posture, and neck pain. Continue breathing. We're going to hold it a little bit longer. For wall neck stretches, put your chin on the edge of the block so that the block is not pushing into your trachea or your throat. And then stretch your arms up the wall. Encourage your elbows extended and straight, chest to the wall, and breathe at the front of the neck. If you are mentally and physically ready, rotate the block to its second height. Honor where your body is now. It's always better to keep things gradual. breathe and hold for a little bit longer. Block on the third height might be too intense for some people. I will add it here in this video, but always listen to your body before proceeding to the next step. For the next set of stretches, we're going to use the foam roller. You can use any type of roller, just make sure your arms are comfortable on top of it. Now have your palms facing each other, arms shoulder width apart. Encourage your chest to the wall, head back, and then roll, sliding up and down. When going down, pay attention to your elbows, making sure you're not bending them. You can do a few pulses at the bottom. It helps to open up the shoulders better. And just like we did before, the second shoulder stretch is with your elbows bent. Have them on your roller. Make sure you don't put your elbows too low as they will slide going down. Think about having your chest forward, fingers to the forehead, and slide the roller up and down the wall. Come out slowly. For the next stretch, have your roller in your elbow crease. Encourage your head back to your tailbone. And try not to move your elbows wider than your shoulder width apart. That's a general rule for these stretches to maintain external rotation of the shoulder and to prevent compression. If you're unable to breathe, please take a step back and return to the shoulder stretches. And that's it. Thank you for watching. Now you're ready for back bend.